Okay, Ramon, let's compare your golf swing to Mike Wier, hockey player. The first thing I wanted to show you here is look at your hands and the club, because one of the things we talk about when we're looking at your golf swing is how upright you are and how you bring it up, and we always say you're killing snakes. But in this case, you can see you're bringing your hands straight up, where Mike Wier is bringing his hands inside. See how you bring them straight up? You bring the club straight up, and those hands don't get behind you. So now if you look at the club face is in the wrong position right at the beginning of the golf swing. And look at your hands compared to Mike Wier over here. So we'll draw a circle around his face so you can see the difference in the position of the face of the club. And then look at his hands here. His hands are starting to go behind him because he is not as upright as you. Okay, and we'll go a little bit further here. And if you take a look at the hands here, you can really see the position of his hands and your hands, how upright you are, how you're just lifting your hands. So what's happening here is not only is he turning his shoulders just a little bit more, but it's not the shoulders that's getting you in trouble, it's your hands, because you're picking up the club. So if we look at the face of the club here, it's also wrong. So right off the bat, the face is not in the right position, so this is going to cause you all kinds of problems when you get back to the ball. So what we're going to try to do is see if we can get you flatter like Mike Wier so that you can bring your hands back. I'm going to go ahead here and show you these hands again. They're too high and they're not far enough behind you. See how his is over there by his arm, by his left arm, by his left elbow, by his belt. Look at those hands and look at the position of the club, how he's square here. See how he's parallel to the target line? That green line that goes up there, it's supposed to be parallel. See, yours is off the line because it's way too upright. So you're picking it up with your hands instead of taking your shoulders and just moving the club backwards behind you and letting the shoulders take it back there. So we're going to try to get the hands out of the golf swing. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove these lines and let's take it back a little bit further. We'll see what we got here. Okay, now if you pay attention here to this piece right here as we get up to the top, that's as far as you go. If you look at Mike Wier, look where his hands are. His hands are down here, are above. I mean, they're below the shoulder. And then when he starts down, you see how everything's dropping down. Where yours is upright. Look at your club, how upright it is, and look where your hands are compared to Mike Wier's hands. And that is because you took it upright. You took it straight up with your hands, and you were so upright in lifting it up. You got it straight up, and now it's coming straight down. This is so steep, and this is why you hit some of those shots fat, because you're so steep, you hit right down into the ground. There's no sweeping action. You're not sweeping the ball off the ground. Or if you look at Mike Wier, his club is right on line, and it's square to that long green line. So when he comes down, he's on a flatter plane. Now he has a late wrist cock too, so if you notice, he's waiting until he gets to here to uncock the wrist, where you're starting to uncock right away. See how you're uncocking the wrist real quick, and you can see that you're chopping down on the ball, where his it's swinging through the ball. Also, if you look at your club, you can see that you uncocked your wrist too early. You haven't held that wrist cock, and this is called a late release or a late hit, and that's what we're trying to get you to do, is wait until you get down to the bottom and then hit the ball. And you can hit as hard as you want if you wait, but you swing really hard and you're swinging from the top down. Now this position is not bad here, but I want you to look at your feet. Look at your feet and look at his feet. You see that right toe and right foot, how it's spinning out? Because I always tell you that you're swinging so hard and so fast you spin, you can't keep your balance. If you look at Mike Wier, his is on balance. I'm trying to show you here where you spin. Look at that foot of yours. See it spinning? And you're not hitting off of a... Look at the right leg. Look at your right leg, how it's bent and it's not stable. So there's nothing for you to hit